News from Maharashtra's Kolhapur as we see protesters out in the streets and that district on the boil after Hindu groups held a protest march against objectionable posts of Mughal ruler Aurangzeb. Thousands of activists have hit the streets calling for a bandh after 3 minor Muslim boys had put up some objectionable WhatsApp status with regards to Aurangzeb on Tuesday. Protesters have demanded strict action against the youth who put up that social media status. In fact, the cops now they've indulged in lathi charge, chasing away those protesters who have been sitting in dharna. That protest turned violent with incidents of vandalism being reported from pockets of that Kolhapur district. This comes just a day after 4 people were booked for carrying Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb's posters during a procession in Maharashtra's Ahmednagar. Posters of Aurangzeb were raised during a procession that was held by the AIMIM chief. In fact, the Ahmednagar chief of the AIMIM himself has been identified as the man carrying one of those posters dancing during their rally. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has warned miscreants that such acts will not be tolerated in the state. Even the Maharashtra opposition leader Ajit Pawar has condemned the act, questioned why the police didn't take action while that rally was happening.
मैंने एसपी को खुद सूचित किया है और इसकी जांच की जाए और जो भी दोषी है उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए.
औरंगजेबाचे फोटो जर कोणी झळकवत असेल तर हे इथे मान्य केलं जाणार नाही. या देशामध्ये आणि विशेषतः महाराष्ट्रामध्ये आमचं आराध्य दैवत छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज आणि धर्मवीर छत्रपती संभाजी महाराजच असू शकतात. कोणी औरंग्याचं नाव घेत असेल तर त्याला त्या ठिकाणी माफी नाही.
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय ने तुरंत सीनियर पुलिस ऑफिसर्स को, वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों को इसके बारे में आदेश दिए हैं. इसकी पूरी वीडियो क्लिप की जांच होगी. वो लोग आइडेंटिफाई किए जाएंगे और जो भी लोग उसमें हैं उनके ऊपर कड़क कार्रवाई करने का आदेश सीएम साहब ने भी दिए हैं और डीसीएम साहब ने भी दिए. किसी को भी ऐसा छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा जो ऐसे दंगे भड़काने की या दो समुदायों में तेढ़ निर्माण करने की काम कर रहे, उनको निश्चित तौर पे उनके ऊपर कड़क कार्रवाई की जाएगी.
औरंगजेब का ये फोटो जो दिखाया, वो दिखाने की कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. ये गलत है. अपने महाराष्ट्र में ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है? उसके बारे में वहां की जो पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट है, उसके ऑफिसर्स है, उन्होंने ये तुरंत वो रुकवाना चाहिए था, इमीडिएट. क्योंकि क्या हुआ, इसमें वो दिखाने के बाद फिर वायरल हो जाता है, फिर चर्चा हो जाती है, फिर एक दूसरे के ऊपर एलिगेशन हो जाते हैं. ये होना ही नहीं चाहिए.
इनका इंटेलिजेंस क्या करिए जा रहे हैं? कितनी चीजें, मैं आपको 10 चीजें बता सकती हूँ विच द इंटेलिजेंस हैड वार्न्ड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र एंड द होम मिनिस्ट्री हैज डन नथिंग. खुद की जिम्मेदारी से भाग रही है होम मिनिस्ट्री. वो ओनरशिप नहीं ले रही है. वो हर होम मिनिस्ट्री के पास एक इंटेलिजेंस का रिपोर्ट आता है, तो इनका इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट इनको नहीं बताता क्या होने वाला है. इतने दंगे जब से इनकी सरकार आई है दंगे ही हुए. इसके पहले इतने दंगे कभी नहीं हुए इस राज्य में. तो ऑब्वियसली ये फेलियर ऑफ होम मिनिस्ट्री है ना.
All right, Ritik Balekar joining us live from Maharashtra, Kolhapur. The episode itself is certainly worrying, Ritik. We see that these protesters have vandalized shops, called for a district-wide bandh. What happened so bad that these kind of protests were witnessed in that district of Maharashtra?
Nabila, just a day after Aurangzeb posters were flaunted and flagged in Ahmednagar district, now it's Kolhapur district which is in the eye of the storm. Let me tell you that 350 years of Rajyabhishek, Shiva Rajyabhishek is being celebrated across the state, and yesterday was a very big day for all the Shiva Bhakt who were celebrating Rajyabhishek Sohla all over the states, in their districts, in their villages. And at this point of time, we can see how Aurangzeb posters are being flaunted, and at the same time in Kolhapur district there were 3 youngsters who had kept status of Aurangzeb, glorifying Aurangzeb, which was the cause of the whole controversy. And since morning we saw that the Hindu groups which had called for Kolhapur Bandh today gathered in huge numbers on the streets of Kolhapur in Shivaji Maharaj Chowk in the middle of the city, and then they were protesting silently. They started gathering in hundreds and thousands of numbers, and soon we could see their sloganeering started, and then huge police personnel were also deployed on the spot, which resulted in the clash between both Hindu groups and police personnel. And then we saw how aggressive the crowd had become. They started vandalizing the shops in the city, they vandalized the vehicles. At the same time, stones were pelted in the city, and the situation was going beyond the control of. But now the situation is that the DG of Maharashtra state and also Deputy CM and Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis has took the charge. They are monitoring the situation very closely. Now the situation is told to be under control. The riot-like situation.
Ritik, stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across to Chief Minister Eknath Shinde of Maharashtra, who's spoken with this regard as we see huge protests that have been launched by right-wing Hindu groups in Kolhapur. Here's the CM speaking.
राज्य में कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की है। गृह विभाग और गृह मंत्री जी लगातार सभी अधिकारियों के साथ संपर्क में, मैं खुद पर्सनली अधिकारियों के साथ संपर्क में हूँ, और कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है, ऐसा आह्वान भी मैं करता हूँ। और राज्य में सभी लोग शांति से रहे, या राज्य में शांति रहे, अमन रहे, इसके लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है।
All right, that's the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, speaking on this matter. Of course, it's raised a lot of questions on law and order in that area. Why, what really triggered that protest is basically 3 juvenile boys from the Muslim community put up a status endorsing Aurangzeb. And that led to huge commotion, with right-wing Hindu groups launching an all-out attack, protesting on the streets. And how? These are visuals that came in from earlier today, where you see that that aerial view showing thousands of young boys out on the streets, vandalizing shops, shutting down establishments in Kolhapur, and also asking for a bandh, Kolhapur district bandh, with regards to this, the status that's now gone viral. In fact, those boys who have put up that social media status are minors. They've also been arrested by the police, but yet we see these protests now ensuing in parts of Kolhapur district, Maharashtra, where they've vandalized shops, and stone pelting was also reported in many of those parts. This comes just day after Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis himself, condemned the posters of Aurangzeb being flashed by the AIMIM workers as part of a procession that they had held, saying that Aurangzeb cannot be celebrated and a strict action should be taken against them. And if there is any idol that Maharashtra has to worship, that has to be Chhatrapati Shivaji and Chhatrapati Shambhaji. These were the words of Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis of Maharashtra as he sent out that warning, a verbal warning, a day after we see a WhatsApp status that went viral of 3 Muslim boys who endorsed Aurangzeb on their WhatsApp as part of their WhatsApp status. And after that went viral, we see right-wing Hindu groups launching an all-out attack out in the streets in hordes, thrashing, vandalizing shops and establishments, escaping the police lathi charge, pelting stones in the area. These visuals certainly incriminating, as the Chief Minister saying that the government is now taking cognizance, but so far we see a lot of property already vandalized. A lot of questions being raised of law and order. Let me cut across to Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, yet again, what he said.
राज्य में कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की है। गृह विभाग और गृह मंत्री जी लगातार सभी अधिकारियों के साथ संपर्क में, मैं खुद पर्सनली अधिकारियों के साथ संपर्क में हूँ, और कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है, ऐसा आह्वान भी मैं करता हूं। और राज्य में सभी लोग शांति से रहे, या राज्य में शांति रहे, अमन रहे, इसके लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है।